Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a puzzle genre called Star Battle Simple Loop Puzzle. So these are two of my favorite genres combined into a single puzzle genre. Actually, it's a hybrid puzzle. So I couldn't resist myself to cover a video on this puzzle genre, and thanks a lot Bence for giving me an opportunity to cover a video on our channel. So before going to the puzzle, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. It will really motivate us to cover videos on regular basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And now coming back to this puzzle, so simple loop star battle puzzle, it's a really good puzzle genre I would say. Because these are my two favorite puzzle genres and combined into a single grid, so I would surely say it's my favorite. And let's see what are the rules of this puzzle. So we are solving two puzzles today. The first one is single star puzzle and the second one is the two star puzzle. So let us see what are the rules of this puzzle. So you have to draw a star or shade one cell in each region. So this is one region, this is one region, this is one region, this whole is one region, this one is a big region here. So every region will have one star, every row and column will also have one star, right? So that is the rule. No two stars can touch each other orthogonally, or even, I mean to say, of course orthogonally it is not possible according to the rules, but even diagonally. So when you have a star here for this region, you cannot have a star here for this region. So two stars cannot touch each other at the corner, right? So, and the other rule is that all the remaining unshaded cells, so if you shade one cell in each region, all the remaining unshaded cell in the whole grid, you have to draw a simple loop that the loop passes through every unshaded cell without any branches or without any intersections, and you have to draw a single loop that you have to draw a single loop that passes through all of the unshaded cells without intersection or without branching, right? Very easy rules, and let's see if you are able to solve this puzzle or not, right? So of course, one thing that I noticed when I saw this rule is it's kind of a regional Yajalin puzzle. So if you have solved a regional Yajalin puzzle, the rules are somewhat of that kind, but in that case you don't have restriction of each row and column will have equal number of stars, right? Apart from that, everything it seems to be a regional Yajalin puzzle. So let's see if we are that restriction gives us some amazing deductions or not, right? So one of the other things that I see is that a cell at the edge, a cell near to the corner can never be shaded or can never be a star. So the moment if this is a star, this is unshaded, and there is no way possible you can have a loop that goes inside and again come out, right? So of course, this is one of the logic that is really helpful. Second thing I see is that if you in a star battle puzzle, if you see that if you have a region of a straight line, all the other cells will not be part of the star because you already have that star, a star in that line. If you have a one star puzzle, right? So for this region now I can say that this is a star. I can draw that here like this. I can draw these. I can say that these are not the stars. For this region it's a star here. So as a simple loop goes, this cannot be a star because there are two contradictions I can see here. If this is a star, the loop gets closed, and the other way to see is that if this is a star, the loop can go this way or this way, but not both ways, right? So this is of course not a star. This is not a star here. This cannot be a star because then both of these cells gets eliminated for the star thing. These cells are not the stars. These cells are not the stars again. Okay. So if you see here, one of the stars will have to be in these three cells. This is not a star. And the moment if you have this as a star, none of these three cells can be a star. So that cell is not a star. And whenever you have any two cells possible that a star is possible in those of two cells, all the adjacent horizontal cells will not have a star. So I can see one thing here is if this is a star, the loop gets closed earlier itself. You have to draw only a single closed loop, and that is not possible. So this is a star here. No, it won't connect. It's not necessary to connect. So on one of these are star here. Now you have a star in one of these two cells, and one of these are stars. You need to have star in one of these two cells. So this is not a star, neither is this a star, right? Okay. Anything else we could see here is okay. So one of the stars will have to be here. So this is not a star. Easy logic. So that gives you many stars here. That actually gave you many stars. So let's see if we are able to draw a simple loop till what. So you have to have a line here in these two cells. Unless you know that none of these cells are stars, you can directly draw a line here. And the moment I draw a star here, the loop gets closed. It's kind of a pattern that you get to know when you solve a regular of these kind of puzzles. So of course this is a star. So it seems you have drawn all the stars here, and it's just how you actually draw the simple loop here and nothing else. And amazing. With that we complete this first easy puzzle by Bence. It was really an amazing puzzle. So let us try to solve the second puzzle now. Okay. Yeah. So this is a second puzzle by Bence. It seems to be that now in this case, every region, every row and every column will have two stars, right? And within a region, even within a region, the stars cannot touch each other diagonally, right? So no stars can touch each other diagonally even if they are in the same region, right? So with that, let us start solving this second puzzle here. One thing that I already said you is one star away from one cell away from the corner at an edge will never be a star. And whenever you have such cases 2 by 3 regions, the middle cells won't be the star and these two cells won't be the star, because one of the stars would have to be here, one of the stars would have to be here, and one would have to be here. So we can eliminate these possible places for not being a star. Same way that goes for this, it goes for this, it goes for these as well, right? Okay, that's nice. Next, what do we see here? One more thing, that's a very good logic here again. If you have a star here, for this region will have a star here, and you have just one cell in between the two stars, and then a loop cannot go inside. So which means you cannot have a star here and here as well. That's a good logic. This particular logic actually works with, so what logic I said to you, that you cannot have stars one cell away from each other at an edge. The same thing applies for a row or a column, one row or column away from the edge. Exactly towards the edge it is possible, exactly one cell away from the edge also it's possible. You cannot have two stars with a one cell in between away from edge, one cell away from the edge, because what will happen is this loop will either go this way and this, or this way, but cannot go both the ways. So does that help us here? Actually it helps us, because this cannot be a star, this cannot be a star. So because the moment if these are the stars, it we get to see the same logic that we saw here now. Again, of course, these are not possible. Can this cell be a star? That's a really good logic. So moment you have this cell as a star, both of these cells are star, and again you have that same logic, one edge away, one cell away from the edge. Again, if this is a star, you have two stars here. This is possible, but what happens here is you have to have one star in one of these two cells, and then you have three stars in that column. Amazing. This Sudoku is actually Doing great. We know that no, that's a really good logic, quite complicated I would see. What happens if you don't have any star in these three cells 1, 2 and 3? You have both the stars here, and then for this region you'll have both the stars here. You'll get a contradiction here, but that's too complicated to see. I'll see some other way to do this. One way is that you know that one of the stars will have to be okay, both the stars cannot be here. You need to have at least one star in these two cells, and both the stars cannot be here, which means one star will be in one of these two cells, one star will be in one of these two cells. So if you get the logic here, both the stars cannot be here because of the one cell away logic that we have seen that, and both the stars cannot be here because you need one star here. So one of the stars would have to be here, one of the stars will have to be here, which means one of the stars will have to be in this line and one of the stars will have to be in this line. Amazing. See how it works is, you have one star in one of these four cells, one star in one of these four cells, one star in one of these four cells, and one star in one of these four cells. Right? So the moment you get that, one star would have to be in one of these three cells. Right? Which means you already have two star in this column. One of the stars in these three cells, one of the star in these two cells. This eliminates all of these cells and you get a line here. Amazing. That's really complicated to see. But let's see if we are I can see the same logic working here, is it? No, both of these are not. If at all you have both of these cells as unshaded cells, we could have done something with 2 by 2 matrix or 2 by 2 area, but right now I don't see that. Okay, it's a really amazing puzzle because not easy to create such a puzzle with being the loop being unique. Actually it's really difficult to create such star battle puzzle with a variant that all the unshaded cells will have a single loop, because loop being unique is really difficult to construct. I can see that you will have at least one star in these two cells. No, you cannot have both star in these two cells because then you need to have a star here. You cannot have both star in these two cells as well, because you'll have two stars here and then you'll have to have one star here. You'll have three stars in this row, which means at least one star will have to be here, at least one star will have to be here. All of these cells are gone now. Okay, so which means this cell cannot be a star, this cell cannot be a star. Amazing, we got the same logic here, which means one of these cells would have to be a star, one of these cells would have to be a star, one of these cells and one of these cells. For these two region, this is amazing. This is the breakthrough, I think, because one of these two cells will have to be a star, one of these three cells, one of these three cells and one of these three cells. So which means this cell is not a star here, this cell is a star. We got our first star now, and one of the stars would have to be here, so this is not a star. What happened if this cell is a star here? Amazing, the same logic here, this cell will be a star and you have that one cell gap law issue here. So this cell is not a star. So now I see here is, you need to have one star in one of these two cells, one star in one of these two cells. So all of the other cells are not a star. You got a pattern here, one star in one of these two cells, one star in one of these two cells, one star in one of these two cells, and one of the stars in one of these two cells. So if I have a star here, I will have to have a star here, because one star in one of these two cells, that gives you a star here, and again you get a contradiction here. This cell is not a star. So one of the stars in one of these two cells, which means One of the stars is in one of these two cells. This cell is not a star again. Does this pattern help us? If I have a star here, 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 right? Oh, we get a contradiction here, guys. This pattern is not possible. So if I have a star here, I eliminate this as a star, I have a star here, I eliminate this as a star, I have a star here, I eliminate this as a star, I have a star here. Amazing. This pattern is not possible because no, this loop, it cannot go towards the left, cannot go towards the bottom. Because if it goes towards the bottom, this cell is contradiction, this cell is remaining. If I go towards the left, this cell is remaining. Amazing. I am not sure if the second pattern and also will work or not because I might have broken it somewhere. Let us try the second pattern here. This seems to be working. Guys, this seems to be working. That is amazing here. That is amazing. Wow, I have solved this puzzle till this point, right? Amazing actually. This cell is not a star because then this cell will get contradiction here, or we can directly write that it has to be this way. We know that you have a 1, 2 and 3. First two rows you have 3 stars already. One of the stars would have to be here. So for this region, this particular region, you have 1 star here. So 1 star would have to be in these 3 cells. So this is not a star. This puzzle is flowing amazing, guys. It's really amazing. I'm not sure, but 1, 2, 3, 4. No. You cannot have a star here because then you'll have both stars here for this region and then you need to have at least 1 star here as well. So this cell is not a star because you have 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 stars already done in this region here. Okay. Come on. If I have a star here, I would have a star here. If I have a star here, I would have a star here, I would have a star here. Oh, amazing, that is amazing. So if I have a star here, I would have a star here. And that is still possible. That is possible. Okay. So if this is a star, this is a star here, this is a star and this is a star. Okay, I get a contradiction here. That's really difficult to see. Or maybe I would say that if I have a star here, I would have a star here. That is easy to see. Actually, that is easy to see. If I have a star here, I would have a star here and this loop cannot, if it goes up, you have a contradiction here. If it goes towards the left, if you have a contradiction here. So this is not a star, this is a star. That gives you a star here. You need to have star in one of these 2 cells. You need to have star in one of these 2 cells. Okay. Right. So this has to be a star. The only one place remaining in this row. This is not a star. This is a star now. Okay. So you have 1 star here. 2 star in one of these 3 cells. 3 and 4 would have to be here, so none of these are stars now. So only 1 star in this column, that is this cell. So you have this here. If I take this down, the loop gets closed, so this has to be up. This becomes here this way. Is it necessary for a star to be here? No, this is not a star because one star would have to be here, one star would have to be here. You already have a star here and a star here. Amazing. Come on. You have one star here, two star here. 3 and 4 would have to be in these 5 cells. Amazing. Is it? No, 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 no. It can be here. It can be here. This is possible. This cell is possible. Can you have a star here? Or if you have a star here, this goes this way. Possible, guys. No, I don't want to go so much ahead to just see the contradiction. I wouldn't like that. One of the stars would have to be in one of these two cells. So one of the stars in one of these two cells again, but that's not getting us anywhere. You cannot have a star here, of course. So which means these three cells you cannot have a star here. I'm missing something, I'm not sure, but 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, this cell is not a star, guys. I could have done that. If you see the bottom 4 rows, you have exactly 4 regions. 1 region, 2 region, 3 and 4. There is no extra region coming out, so this cell is not a star. So if this is a star, the bottom 4 rows in total will have only 7 stars. Amazing, this is not a star. So you know that one of these 3 cells is a star, so this is a star here. That's nice. Now this cell cannot be a star because then loop cannot go towards both places. So this is a star, this is a star here. You know that one star would have to be here, so these are not the stars. Both the stars would have to be here, so this is a star now. This is a star here. This cell is a star like this because this cannot be a star now. This cell cannot be a star, again loop will get closed. So okay, none of these cells are stars. You need to have star in one of these 2 cells. One of the 3 stars would have to be here, so this cell is not a star. Come on, you need to eliminate more and more. What happens if these 2 are stars? This cell cannot be a star. Again the same logic, loop cannot go both ways, so this is a star, this is a star. Amazing. What happens if this goes towards the right? You will always have one cell stranded here. So this will go towards the left, this goes up. Okay, this is a star now. You have three loop segments inside the area, you'll have to have fourth here. So okay, this will go towards the left. Nice. This cell is not a star, because then this cell will get stranded here. One of the stars will be here. Okay, loop is getting closed here, if you see. That's nice. No, you have to have one star in one of these two cells. Okay, 1 2 3. Last part is quite tricky here. What happens if both of these are stars again? It will come down, come down. No, it doesn't. Come on. The last part is quite tricky. Let us see what happens if this is the way it has to work. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This would have to come down. And this gets a contradiction here. You already have two stars, you need to have one more star here. That's a really bad way of guessing for me, I would say, but let's see. There has to be something that we are missing here. We know that both of these, so this would have to be a star according to what the logic that we have seen. So that gives you a star here, that gives you a star here, that gives you a star here, right? Let's see if that works here. Amazing. Actually that worked out well, but I would say the last part was quite tricky. It's all about, so just a few cells remaining, right? There might be some logic that I might have missed, but I would love to know from you all that what logic was there which I missed, and I would love to learn from you all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was amazing puzzles by Bence. Really amazing puzzles. Thanks a lot, Bence, for such a wonderful puzzle genre. I really enjoyed solving both of these puzzles, and both of my really favorite puzzle genres. So thanks a lot for such a wonderful puzzles. If you have any request for Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below, and we'll surely make a video on it. Thank you once again.